White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London, stand strong, in the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, we're the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. The pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Hi guys, and welcome to THFC, to thy home of Tottenham past, present, and exciting future, of course, under somebody, either it be Andrew Postecoglou, the new manager, or whoever, as we look to bounce back and trying to make the end of the season the best that we can. Apologies for not being on for the last few days. Last week I decided to take a few days off, recharge the batteries, and just basically there hasn't been a lot of news around. And there's no point doing news for the sake of doing news. I'd rather bring you something that we know is concrete and we know that it is correct. I also know there's been a lot of, how can I put it? A lot of noise around at the moment. And our channel and name was mentioned. Myself and Tequila's name was mentioned because of it. Calling us fair weather fans. I'm not getting involved in it. I'm not going to bite into it. They're entitled to their opinion. They're entitled to do what they want, how they want to say it, and it's down to them. I'm not gonna tell anyone else how not to do and how to not run their channel. If they want to come out and do what they do, it's down to them. We'll do what we're doing. And I'll support Tottenham the way I've always supported them, fair-minded. I've been supporting Tottenham now for 40-odd years, and I've never once been called a fair-weather fan. I've been through the good times, the bad times, and pardon me, and every sort of way that it's gone. Yeah, I'm angry when we lose. Of course we are. We're all angry when we lose. We're all angry when we don't win. We're all angry when the team is not performing, or we feel that a manager is not performing. And what was said about our channel has slightly damaged our channel. We lost subs over it, which has hurt me. Because I feel that's a dig at myself and the people on this channel who work damn hard to bring out the best content that we can do. And I feel that YouTube in itself has become a place where you have to be critical. You have to be having a go at somebody, or you have to be having a go at somebody nastily. to get any traction or to get any views. And I'm only doing this to talk about Tottenham. I'm only this talking about the team I support. And we will keep doing that. We're not going to go down the road of calling out other channels or calling out other people. And I'm not going to do that, and nor will Tequila, nor will Colin, nor will the people that are joining the channel, nor will Kev. So if you want to do that drama and you want to be part of that drama, then fine, be with it. You won't find it here. You will find here someone that will give an honest opinion about the team's performance, about the manager's performance. You will find honest, debates on where we think the team is going. We will find the latest breaking news on transfers, possibly rumors or fact. Where we pride ourselves on the news we give. We pride ourselves on the news that we like to give as being spot on. Not everything is right. We don't get all the news right. You can never get it right. And we pride ourselves on the fact that our track record speaks for itself. We were the first channel to break Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich. We were the first channel to break Ange Postecoglou coming to Tottenham Hotspur. We were the first channel actually to break Arne Slot going to Liverpool. We were the first channel to break many transfers that were happening. And I feel it's not fair on the people who sub to this channel. It's not fair on the people who work on this channel that put a lot of work in. I work damn hard on this channel. I work longer than I should do. I put a lot of effort into doing out shows. And it angered me. It did anger me, and I wasn't going to come on and have a rant. And it's not me. I'm not going to go down to that level. I'm just going to go out and just put out the facts and what this channel is and what this channel does and the people that are around it, with Tequila, with Colin. Colin would have loved to have been here tonight, but he's busy. Work has taken over. I know Tequila's not well at the moment, and that's the bit that's got me the most. Calling out Tequila when he's not well, and when he's fighting the fight he's fighting. And to call somebody out when they're that not well, they're fighting the fight of their life, I feel it's below the belt. But look, that's down to them. And I know Tequila's very attitude is just forget about it, move on. I just want to know that we're here. We will do what we're doing, and we will continue to do what we do. And the likes of myself, the likes of Colin, the likes of Tequila, the likes of Kevin, the likes of we've got a new person starting the channel, which is I'm really looking forward to. Apparently he's a cousin of Colin, but he's a Tottenham fan, so I don't know how they missed him to become a Man United fan. How he become a Spurs fan, that will be interesting to know. They consider most of Colin's fans are Man United fans. They missed one. One slipped through the net. I bet Christmas is interesting with him with Spurs and Man United talk. But look, we will do what we do, and we're going to ignore the shouting and whatever's going on, and we're just going to do what we do and what we do best, which is doing football content. And just got to say one thing: you son of a bitch, we're the best channel we're the best channel there's ever been. So I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, we're going to do, and what we're doing tonight is what we do best, which is talking about transfers, talking about future players coming to the club, talking about players who might be leaving the club, and also looking ahead to yeah. When he told me Tequila, to be fair, I was a bit shocked, to be fair. I was thinking, what? They missed him. Yeah, and we're going to talk about the games coming up and what it means to what we have to do to end the season, and Also, a bigger question is: does John Lang have to go? Does Lang, the director of football, have to go? If we are having an end, I was told today we are having an end of season review, which I think ends at the end of the season. The scout reports, I was told today, also ends in a couple of weeks. So our future football players that are coming and going will be completed, and then our summer window should be ready to go. But does Lang need to go? And the answer to that, yes, because Lang's been absolutely useless. Now, we know there's rumours going around that Paratici could be going to AC Milan. I think Levy has to pull out all the stops to stop him going there. Personally, myself, I think when you look at the good that Paratici did do, I think Paratici proved to be probably one of the best signings that Levy's ever made. But that's what we're going to talk about as well, guys. And that is what we're going to do. So we're going to look into the chat. We're going to welcome everyone in. And then we're going to get on and bring up the players that I've been told Tottenham are looking at the start of next season. And look, I did use Transfer Market for the transfer value. Now, I know a fella that works on Transfer Market. He used to do a YouTube channel. He's an Irish lad, Matty Hayes, who does a bit for Transfer Market, and a good lad as well. Love his channel. Do love his stuff when he does his transfer stuff. He's a good lad as well. And so I got all my information from there. So if you do want to look more about these players that are bringing up and you want to dig a bit deeper, do look on there. We will be doing a deeper look on some of these players as well over the summer and the season. And when we know we're going to get them, Colin will be doing his reports, his play reports on them, like we did with a Vicario. Do also, if you can, guys, do us a favor. Do us a fella, honest to God. Go away from YouTube for a week and then you'll go tongue-tied. Do us a favor and hit that QR code for our channel on Big Up. That's Matchday Magic, where me and Colin and Kev and the rest of the team talk everything bar Tottenham Hotspur or Man United. We talk everything. That's where we're going to cover the Man City stuff, and we're going to do it here as well. And also, it was great over there because we're going to cover a lot of the internationals. Well, I didn't cover last night, and by Jesus, by Lord God, we won a game. Ireland actually won 2 games in a row. I mean, I'm that shocked. The whole nation's gone into shock today. I mean, they took the day off. I mean, everyone didn't go into work today because they were that shocked Ireland won a game last night. And we haven't got relegated to Nation Leagues. I think it's C. Yay! We're in Nation League B. Yay! And we've got the World Cup qualifying. So Ireland to the World Cup. I mean, that would be hilarious if Ireland actually did get to the World Cup. I mean, if Ireland got to the 2026 World Cup, I think I would just pass out in amazement. Wouldn't last very long because we were just got knocked out in the first 3 games. But how ironic would be we get to the World Cup and the first game is against England. I mean, how ironic. I mean, Tequila would love that. Tequila would absolutely, Tequila would love it. He really would. Because at the moment, England do have a very good record against Ireland. You did stuff as 5-0. We haven't got a good side, so you were easy to beat us. So anyway, enough about Ireland. But they won. They won 2 games in a row. Hey, broke out the champagne. We're doing well. Big up to Tequila. Hello, Dermo. Hello, Tequila. He says, are you in here by yourself? Well, not really. I've got other people watching me over on X. Hello, X World. Do come over if you're on X. Put your comments into the comment section as well. We always get good numbers on X, actually, at the moment. We're doing very well over there. Our watch-alongs seem to be very popular over there. Shows seem to be very popular on X at the moment. But do come over from X. Put a subscription onto the channel if you can. We were high up, but as I said, once since nonsense had started, we've lost subs. So we'd like to gain back what we lost. And see if you can hit a subscription. I'll get back up into the 2040s. Really would be grateful on our march to 3K. But there, if you can, be really great. But big up to you, Colin. Tigler also says, nice to know Colin's cousin has a better taste in football teams than Colin. I was shocked, man. I was absolutely dumbstruck that he's got a Tottenham cousin. He kept that quiet. He has kept that quiet for a few years now. Suddenly, out of nowhere, out comes cousin Bob, who supports Tottenham. I tell you one thing, he's a brave man. I quite like Colin's cousin. He seems a man with a bit of sense. Seems a man with a bit of a football sense, I would say. Big up Colin if you're watching. Money joking. Has Lang bought anyone of real quality? You could say Bergville for one, which I know you did say. Archie Gray, would you put him as another one? Hang on, I'm just waiting for the tumbleweeds just to come floating past the screen as I think, has he bought anyone else with real quality? Hang on, let me think. I feel like I need to put on some music. Do you know when you're ringing up one of these call centers and they put you on hold and they play some of them really daft music? I'm trying to think. No, I can't think. Bergville and Gray. We need to get the Don back to him. Yes, we do. But I think he may be going to AC Milan. AC Milan may be offering a bit more money. Big up to Mick Harmlick. Big up, mate. It's a good evening. Dermot Tequila. Big up, Mick. Hope you're doing well. He says, I'm good, thanks. And Tequila, I'm just waiting for an operation. Well, listen, I hope you're well, man. Do you know, whatever's going on, our prayers and our prayers are with you, and I hope you, whatever you're going through, we hope you get through it. But you know, we're always here for you, man. It's called a trigger finger tequila. A trigger finger? Trigger finger? Never heard of that before. Yeah, neither have I. My little finger has turned into. Oh, that sounds painful. That really does sound painful. Oh, ooh. That does sound, then tequila goes, that sounds nasty. Yeah, it really does sound really painful. What we're going to do, and this is what we are going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the players that Tottenham Hotspur, big up to Boris as well, coming in. Our manager I'd love to see Spurs go for it is now Thiago Motta. Now, has he been sacked now, Boris? There was a rumor last night he'd been sacked. Has he been sacked? He's now free agent since the old late. So he has been sacked by Juventus. That'd be interesting. Maybe you could do that'd be interesting. Would you go for an Italian manager again? We went with one under Conte. I mean, is it a bit unfair to talk about managers where managers are still in the job? That's something that, before I get to the players here, that's something that I want to ask the question. We had it a lot with Ten Hag, and we had it a lot with other managers that if we know that manager isn't doing well, suddenly just talk about, this manager can come into the job. This manager can come into the job. Is it fair on the current manager of that team that he's asked questions about his future? Or do you think the club should come out and say, right, this is what's going to happen with a certain manager? I'm not saying Postecoglou, but I'm just saying, if you look at managers during the years, you look at other managers that are not doing well, and suddenly they're saying, well, this manager's now been linked, we're taking over. We look at all the hoo-ha with Pochettino, with coming back to Tottenham. And would Pochettino be a good fit coming back to Tottenham? I don't think so. You're changing one manager to another with the same philosophy, by the way. But Pochettino's managing the USA. The USA didn't do well last night. I take it. And do you want Pochettino back at Tottenham? And the answer to that is no. I don't. If you're going to change manager, I'd rather go for a manager that's Premier League savvy. So somebody like a Thomas Frank, who was a big admirer of, by the way, before Ange Postecoglou got the job. Sorry, I've got a very sore throat. Sorry, guys. Someone like him. If you look at Eddie Howe as well, he's not going to leave Newcastle anytime soon. I think Newcastle will lock him down under a long under a long contract there. But is it worth getting a manager that's Premier League savvy instead of going for these Italian managers or Spanish managers? Yes, Pochettino has managed in the Premier League, but he's locked into a contract with America to manage that side for the next World Cup. Now, the question I ask you guys is, if Tottenham offer him a job, do you think he would leave the USA to go back to Tottenham? And I think that's a part of him. He keeps coming out recently with unfinished business. He keeps coming out with, I want to go back there. And if he wanted to go back there, then why did we not go after him in the summer before we went to Ange Postecoglou then? Why didn't we I say to him, right, Poch, you want to come back? This is what you're going to come back to. Is he waiting for the takeover to happen, which the takeover will happen at the end of the season? There will be a change of ownership at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, which is all what we want. Now, say, for example, that Postecoglou goes on and wins the Europa League. It makes it very difficult indeed for Levy or anyone to sack the manager. So you got to look at it that way. But I think it's very unfair on any manager that's in the job at the moment that there's a lot of speculation about who's going to take over. I think it's unfair on the current manager, and I think it's not fair on him. I think you're putting them more pressure on him to do better, to prove I'm better than what you're trying to bring in with. And I think with Pochettino as well, with his legacy he's had with Tottenham, with what he's had before, was he a winner? No. Did he get us to finals? Yes. Did we have the best probably period in the Premier League since the 60s and 80s? Yes. Did he have the nous to win those finals? No. Should he have played Harry Kane over what was his name? Lucas Moura in that final against Liverpool? You should have played Moura instead of Harry Kane. I'm sure there's things that he would, if you were ready to grill him over, I think he would feel that his mistakes, he would go back and change them again. I'm sure there's things he would change. And if he was to put in that same position now, would he make the same choices? I don't think he would. I feel he's more experienced now as a manager. I feel he's more experienced of how to win stuff, though he didn't win anything with Chelsea. But he did win with PSG. And I know that people are going to come out and say, well, a trained elephant can win anything with PSG. I agree. PSG is just, the French league's a farmers league, and it is an absolute crap league. I don't know. I'm a bit torn on Poch because yes, he did bring us the great success. Well, we're not really success, but he brought us the greatest joy we had in a long time. But he wasn't successful. He was a loser. He didn't win anything. It's all right getting the finals, though Poch did play the best football. He did have the best team, but he's still a loser at the end of the day. If you don't win, you lose. And he did lose. He lost a Champions League final. He lost semi-finals in the FA Cup. He should have won. He should have won one of the League Cup finals. To be fair, we should have won the league the year Leicester won it. I'm being honest, we should have done. But it boils down to him not being backed, him not being back with the players that he wanted. And the Keeler does make a good point that him and Redknapp are the only two managers that have worked well under Levy. It's true. And I don't think I think it'd be, look, everyone wants the Bournemouth manager. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on the Bournemouth manager. I think what you've got to do is you've got to let the rest of this season play out, however it is going to play out. Back the team, back the manager. See how well we do in Europe. If we win the Europa League, then that's Champions League football for us for next season. And then I don't think you can sack Ange. I think then it's very hard to sack a manager that's won you a European trophy. But if he doesn't, if we do go out to Frankfurt, which we hope we don't, there's another scenario is that we go out to Frankfurt and we don't do well in the league, and he does get the chop after the end of season review, which I know he's not the only one that's going to get the chop either, by the way. There's a lot of people in the Tottenham hierarchy that will lose their jobs one way or the other in the summer, not just Ange Postecoglou, because where you can blame him for the defeats we've had, he's not been helped either. You can't just fully blame him for everything that is wrong at Tottenham. You have to look at the recruitment team. You have to look at Lang. You have to look at Scott Munn. You have to look at the way that the scouts are working, the structure of the recruitment team. You have to look at there's other parts of the jigsaw. There's other parts of the machinery that doesn't work, and so that's got to be changed as well. So whatever happens with the manager, I feel there will be changes. Now, if you're looking at John Lang, right? If you are to sack him, and we can get Paratici to come back, there's the fella that was with Newcastle, and then he went to Man United. I forget his name off the top of my head at the moment. I think it's Ashworth. Maybe somebody in chat could bring me up. I will get back to the chat. And maybe he might do a job. Maybe he's a good person to bring in. But we have to wait and see. Big up to Tequila saying big up Boris. Boris, yeah, he has been sacked. Right, because I know last night it was a rumor. But if that's been confirmed, okay, grand. Went to hospital last Thursday to see the surgeon. Said it'll be soon for an operation. That's so, Mick. I hope you do well, man. Big up Boris. I feel it's 50-50. If the manager is giving his all, then no. But it looks like he isn't. I don't see why not. That's true. That's a very good point. I hope you'll get it done soon, buddy. And it's terribly waiting list. Yeah. If you do, guys, do go over to our new channel, me and Philip's new channel, Dermot's Democracy Rants, where we're talking everything about politics, from Donald Trump to what's happening in the world. There will be a live stream this Thursday. Friday, I can't remember. I need to speak to Philip when the next stream is. We are going to cover. There's a vote tomorrow night in our parliament in the Doyle. So we are going to be doing. I will be doing a live stream after that, reaction to that over in the channel. Also, do get over there. We did our first podcast, and we'd like to know what you guys think of it. So do get over there. Do hit the like button and subscription button, and do let us know what you think. It's something that me and Philip been planning to do for last year, and we always put it off. And then I think what's happening in the world at the moment said, bugger it, we're going to get on with it. So do get over there. I haven't put the link in. Maybe Tequila can find the link for me and put it in for me, and put the link in for all the other channels as well, Tequila, if you want as well, because I know you're going live at 9:30 on the Play Pouch as well. We're going to kill more aliens. I think what he's doing is he's finding the rest of the Premier League teams and he's killing them all off one by one. That's what I think Tequila's doing. But maybe I'm wrong. But maybe he is doing that. Who knows? I take most people. I know you do, man. And I know, look, to be fair, you've been constant, and you've been quite constant with your opinion, and you've been fair with it as well, to be fair. So I think fair play to you. One thing is that it's not stopping me working, Tequila. No, that's true. Big up, Mick. Big no chance of how now. No, Boris says, I just like the look of Thiago Motta, as we have seen what he's done with Bologna's side. Well, that's true. What he was with before. He left for Juve this season, got them to the Champions League for the first time in their history. Yeah, that is very true. That is so true. That's good, Mick. At least you can still provide for the family. I see Poch doing that if we offered him the job. Do you know what? I don't. I think it's a bit unfair to the manager that's there at the moment. I think the time for linking managers are when there's a vacancy, not when there's a manager in there. I don't feel it's fair on the current manager. Big up Dermot. Big up Terry White. Big up Dermot. All in the chat. Big up. Only Poch and Redknapp, says Tequila, have been able to work and do well under the Enix system, Dermot. So for that reason, I say bring him back. That's a very good point. Another very good point. Poch ain't coming this summer. It would cost Levy too much. That's if Levy's still chairman. For what I'm hearing, he might not even be in that job. So that'd be good too. Hi Tequila, I hope you're doing well. We've got Terry says, even if we win the Europa League, which I think we will, by the way. I think we will too. I just think it's written in the stars. I mean, in '84, we beat a Dutch side and a German side to go all the way to win that final. And we've done the same already. So why not? Why can we not win? And still must go in the summer. Say thank you and move on. That's fair enough. I get your point. Thoughts on Bentacle possibly leave? Yeah, there's a few that could be leaving. I've got a list of players at the time when I put this show together of players leaving. I don't want Bentacle to go. I like Bentacle. I call him the Uruguayan general in our midfield. He brings the calmness and the stability to that midfield. I feel he plays well with Bergville and Archer Gray. I feel they can learn from his experience. They can learn from his. Sorry about that. Yeah. Look. Oh shit. Sorry. I think I agree, Dermot. I think a new management system could be get Bentacle back. Look, I look, I think Bentacle's been one of the players that hasn't let the manager down, to be fair to him. He hasn't let him down. And I feel Bentacle probably, and Højbjerg as well. I mean, we all shout to get rid of Højbjerg, right? I want to ask you a question, guys, in the chat, and maybe you guys will give me an answer to it. But do you feel Højbjerg could have done a job for Ange this season under the injury crisis we had? Do you feel Højbjerg could have got a good string of games together and proved to Ange that he was the player he needs to keep? I think he would have done, because I'm still sad that Højbjerg left. I feel Højbjerg was the only one that he was a midfielder, a bit like him and Bentacle did play well together. I say give Bentacle another 2 years, as he's just about to hit 28. What is his prime age for a footballer right now in the current time system? Yep. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. I'm muted. No, can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me now. I agree, Boris. Boris says, I was a fan of Højbjerg, even under his. I wasn't a fan of Højbjerg, even under this injury crisis. Look, Højbjerg was a very divisive subject. But I just loved Højbjerg. I was a massive fan. He's doing well at Marseille at the moment, actually. I wonder if a new manager comes in, if we get a new manager. I can't remember. Maybe some people chat. Was that loan with to Marseille? Was that with a permanent transfer at the end of that loan? I can't remember when it was done. This style wouldn't have suited him. Look, we needed players at the time. I think he would have done the job. We could have used Højbjerg's leadership. Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of him as well, Terry. Absolutely loved him. Yeah, we can now, and loan with an obligation, so it's a permanent deal. Well, I'm sad. Sad Højbjerg's going. Højbjerg, come back. We need you. Right, guys, these are the players Tottenham Hotspur are after. I will take the logo off there for a minute. And the first one we're after, of course, is Crystal Palace defender. Marco Gruen, he's 24-year-old centre-back, and he's worth around, as I said, I got all these numbers off transfer market. So he's worth 45 million euro. Now, I think we went into him at the end of the January window and made a ridiculous offer, which, of course, Palace turned round. But do we need another centre-back? And the answer to that is probably yes. I think to cover Dragusin, I think, in my view, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys in the chat will tell me something different. Maybe you guys in the chat will let me know. Look, with the likes of Romero going as well, you already got Kevin Danso and you got Mickey van der Ven playing well together. Would he be the good replacement for Romero? Probably, yeah. I agree with Boris. I could see Radu going in the summer, especially with his agent. I think he will. I don't think Radu, but under a different system, does Dragusin play better football? Probably does. Does the system have a lot to do with the way we're playing this season? Does the system need tweaking? Maybe is that a problem? It's hard to know, but that's the first player that I was given, Marcus Gruen, and he does, Boris. He does fit a Conte-style system, and then that's the thing about it. If Conte was manager now with this group of players, would we be more successful? And we keep saying about playing three at the back, and it doesn't work, Boris. It just doesn't work. We tried it at Everton. And we got absolutely trounced by Everton because it doesn't work. Is that because we haven't got the players for that system? It doesn't work, or is it just wouldn't work anyway? Terry says he would prefer Ta from Leverkusen. Now that is a good player, Terry. He's a very good player. But how much do you think he'd be worth, though? To be fair, would you want somebody buying from would you want to buy somebody from Europe where if you buy somebody from the Premier League, you're Premier League ready, aren't you? To be fair. So that's the first one. The second one here we've got here, of course, it's a player that we were linked with last summer as well. Eze. Now, Eze's main position is an attacking midfielder. Other position you can play in the left wing and left midfielder. Now, with the links of Sonny, which I will go into later, that there is a link between Sonny going to Bayern Munich in the summer to join up with Harry Kane. But there's also a rumor going around that Harry Kane could be coming back the other way. Now, these are rumors. These are absolutely, you hear these every day. But the ballpark on the Sonny thing, which I will be making later, is that Bayern Munich still owe Tottenham Hotspur 30 million euro out of the Kane money. Tequila, if you can put the links in for the channels, man. Or the channels, like the Play Pouch, Archer link, every link that you normally do put in, man. But Eze, yeah or nay for Eze? Let me know what you think. We've got Terry said Eze is a luxury player who's very injury prone, but no thanks. So no thanks to Terry doesn't want Eze going. Boris says I don't see us needing Eze now since we have Kulu and Madders for the midfield, and for the left wing we have Odegaard, Mikey, maybe even Tell, who knows. So are we saying yes to the first one and no to the second one? Is that where we're going, guys? So for Eze, we're going no, thank you. Stay at Crystal Palace, do what you want. I will do our channel sponsor, private internet access. The only channel that has private internet access, by the way. And then if anyone does want to know, we're not called Tottenham Till We Die. We're THFC Till We Die. That is the name of the channel. Thank you all for watching. There you go. There you go. Tequila's put it in. THFC Till I Die. Not Tottenham Till We Die. Just putting it out there. Second one here is Tyler Diblin. Now, this one for me, guys, I don't think he'd be good enough for Tottenham. Good at Southampton. I don't think, look, for me, it's a no. I don't like the idea. He's a white winger, 25 million. Look, I'm a big fan of Brendan Johnson. I am massive fan of Brendan Johnson, to people's disbelief and people's amazement. I just feel he needs to work in parts of his game. I will do tequila. Yeah, I will do. I'll send you that after stream. Tyler Diblin, for me, no. I think I'd rather stick with Brendan Johnson, to be fair. And as tequila, as Boris puts in, there has great prospect, but we need someone who's already ready. And I feel if you coach Brendan Johnson in the way that Brendan Johnson can be coached, then I think why not? Why can he become a great winger? I think if he improves on the crossing ability and taking on his man, then I think then you got a great player. I mean, everyone calls him a tapping merchant, but I think it rarely is a trait in itself to be in the right place at the right time, knocking in them goals. I mean, Gary Lineker did it for years. Other strikers did it for years. Being in around that 6-yard area and just, being there at the right place at the right time. And Brendan Johnson has a talent for that. I think if you just learn, I think he's a young man. Maybe Brendan Johnson's one of these late bloomers that suddenly hits a patch of form. And maybe that's the case with Brendan Johnson. We were all slagging off Gareth Bale when he was at left back. Get rid of him. He's useless. He's no good. Harry Redknapp puts him to left wing, and the rest is history. Now, I'm not saying that Brendan Johnson's the next Gareth Bale. I'm not saying that. But I'm just making the point that if you look at what Gareth Bale at that point, then I think Brendan Johnson could be he just needs a bit of tweaking, I think, and he can become a great player. I'm sorry, I still believe you can. They'll get a lot of stick for it, but I'm gonna die on that hill. I will die on that hill. But for Tyler Diblin, for me, great, as Boris says, great prospect, but is he ready now? I don't think so. Boris says, I like Monbeo, someone we need for that right position. Probably think Terry Reitman's a very good point. Donnelly deserves an opportunity as well. Donnelly does deserve an opportunity. And I think most of our under 21s deserve an opportunity. Mikey Moore and Ashley Phillips. But I agree with Boris. I think it'd be a year. You can go out a year in the championship for one season like Yang has done and then get sport into the first team. Maybe you're right. But I think we need to use Mikey Moore more as well, by the way. We're not using Mikey Moore enough as it is. Next one. This is a free transfer because he is out. He is out at a contract at the end of the season. That is Angel Gomez of LOSC Nice. Main attacking midfielder, general other positions, central midfield and left midfield as well. As a free transfer, this is a no-brainer for me. An absolute no-brainer. All you're doing is playing. There's no transfer fee involved. You just go with whatever the player's contract is and whatever the signing on fee is. I think this is a no-brainer. And I think this is something we should be all over now, getting it done now. I think he's a good player. I like him, and I think he would do well for us. So for me, that's a yes. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know if you're a yay or nay with this. We've got Boris saying we will be fighting United hard for him, and he's wanting to return to United from what it seems. More possibly, yes. He is a former United player, by the way, so maybe he does want to go back and absolutely prove a point there. Terry says Gomez is lightweight, not sure if it can handle the Premier League. No, thanks. Very good point as well. He is very lightweight, but I just think he'd be worth a punt. But look, that's me. You guys are more important. Now we've got Jonathan David. Now this transfer is getting on my wick. I mean, me and Tequila have done what? 3 transfer windows together. And every transfer window, we hear this man's name mentioned, Jonathan David. Now, his main position is a centre forward. His other position is a second striker. Again, he's out of contract at the end of the season. Yay or nay? Let me know what you think in the chat. I'm going for yes. I think you're going to get rid of Richarlison. I think he might work well with Solanke up front. Maybe that could be the new pairing. But it is a free transfer. Again, no transfer fee included. So it is an intriguing. When Terry's right, it's intriguing. It is. And with the World Cup coming up next year, his next move is going to be very, very important to make sure that he gets enough game time and enough preparation for that World Cup, because Canada are playing in their first World Cup, like as a host. So that would be an interesting one. Next thing, we're going for Igor Parexio, 24, from Feyenoord. His main position is a winger. Other position, right wing and left midfield. 70 million euro on transfer market. Done a little bit of research in this player. I've watched a few clips of him. He's a very good winger. A very, very, very good winger. I think he's the talent. I think he'd do well in the Premier League. I think he'd play well under an attacking system at Tottenham. I think he's worth a bit more than 70 million euro, to be fair. I think transfer market have got that a bit wrong. But for me, I think he'd be great. And he does take on his man. And if you've got Odegaard on one wing and this man on the other wing, and they're both attacking defenders and left backs and getting crosses in or cutting in and taking on their man, then I think you've got a striker up there who's going to be absolutely rubbing his hand with glee. And I think that's what we're missing. You look at Odegaard when he came on, he takes on his man, he attacks his man, and he gets chances in for Solanke. If Solanke took his chances against Fulham, I think we would have won that game. It's all about taking chances. The Premier League, in all honesty, is one thing. It's about taking chances. It's about taking your chances. You're being given. And if you take your chances, you win games. If you don't take your chances, then you don't win games. And we don't take our chances, and we're not winning games because of it. So I think there has to be a forward line rethink this year. And I think this man here on the screen could be a good buy. That's me personally. I've seen clips of him. I've watched him a little bit as well. I think he'd be a great buy for Spurs. I think he'd be a great player for us as well. He's really excited. He's a player that gets you off your feet. So we'll have to wait and see. But that is not down to me. That's down to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Now, Sean, we've got this one. We've got Ile Junior Kurope, 18 years of age. Main position, centre forward. Other position, left wing, attacking midfield, and 12 million. Do we need that sort of a player? This is a no for me. I don't think it's worth it. For me, it's a no. Maybe you guys might think differently in the chat. But for me, I don't think it's worth it. And also being 18 as well, he's too young. He needs to mature a bit. He needs to improve where he is at the moment instead of being brought to a tough league and then see where it goes. But for me, it's a no. No for me on this one. Now we've got Johnny Carso is a defensive midfielder, other position, central midfield, 20 million USA international. I think this for me is an absolute no-brainer. We've been crying out for a number 6 all season, but crying out for a good central midfielder as well. And with the likes of Basuma also could be going at the end of the season as well. I think it'd be a good replacement for Basuma. I think it'd be a better replacement than Basuma. And also, we haven't had a number 6, I think, since Højbjerg. And Højbjerg was a very good number 6 for us. And we all complained about him at the time. He then goes, and then we're all complaining we need a number 6. Well, we had one. Basuma hasn't played well there all season. Papasar has done all right there, actually, this season. So has Bentancur as well. He's played well there this season. But I just feel that with Basuma going, you want to push Bentancur and Papasar into that midfield, either with Bergville or Archie Gray. Archie Gray's a very good number 6 as well. But I think you need cover there. You do need a few players in the same position to cover you for injuries, suspensions, or whatever. And I think this would be a good buy. At 20 million, it's a snip, really, to compare to what for what players are worth. Now, Terry says Casado hasn't been great. I'd rather have Edison in the 6. And that's not a bad shout either, Terry, to be fair. Now, look, I try to watch much of these players that when I get sent these players, I try to watch when I do my research. I try to watch enough games of them to give me an idea. Would they fit a Tottenham system? Would they be good enough for us in the Premier League? And some of them, yes, some of them, no. I think Johnny Casado will be a good fit in the Premier League. I think he would fit in there quite comfortably. But not everyone's a fan, as we knew with Højbjerg, as we knew around other players, that, you know, other players are not going to please everyone. Bonus to Terry Wright, Edison will cost us around 80 million since he's one of Atalanta's key players. He is. Honestly, I love to take Lookman as well, as he's falling out with the manager of Handa. See, there's plenty of potential. There's plenty of other targets, but I just think this man would be a good shout in my view. Right. Where am I going? I am going. I'm losing the plot. No, these are the players that are leaving. Richarlison is very, very likely to leave. 25 million. Look, I feel sorry for Richie in one way and another, right? He's come to Tottenham. I've always said it. He was a small fish in a big pond. Where Everton was a big fish in a small pond, if you know what I mean. And it's just been injury after injury, Richie. It just never has hit the ground running. So look, for me, I think he is. I think he will go in the summer. Where will he go? There's talk of him going. I think I've heard he's going back to Brazil. There could be talk of him going back to Everton as well. Who knows? But we have to take a massive loss on him. He was overpriced. We overpaid for him. Everton saw us and pulled our pants down. But 25 million, and good luck to him. I like Richarlison. I love his attitude. I love the way he is for Tottenham. I love the way that he's on the bench when we're playing. He's so entrenched in the game. He's so behind the players, behind the team, to win. And big up to him. But I think look, time's come, and I think he will leave in the summer. Now, the biggest question is Sonny. Sonny has signed a new one-year contract with Tottenham to the end of next season. But there is a rumor going around that Bayern Munich want to buy him in the summer. Now, this is a rumor that I was told about a month ago. Then I was told about Harry Kane might want to come back to Tottenham, which I doubt will happen. But 30 million. But also that Bayern Munich owe us 30 million from the Harry Kane deal. Now, I will go on to that. Now, there is another one here as well. We've got Sonny there, could be going to Bayern Munich. But this one, these are the rumours. And there's this bottom one, Harry Kane to Tottenham, 90 million. 55% chance it will happen. But as you see, Bayern Munich still owe Spurs 30 million euro from the Kane deal. So, now, in one way, if Sonny wants to go to Bayern Munich, then you can say, well, look, you owe us 30 million. He's been a great servant of the club. Let him go in the free. Or you use that 30 million to say, okay, you want 90 million for Harry Kane. Well, you take 30 million off it. We'll give you 60. Job done. So there's that as well. But the rumor is Sonny could be going to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are making Sonny their number one priority to get him to Bayern Munich. And I think all it's to do to keep Harry Kane happy. It's all to do to keep Kane happy. Boris says Spurs have 5 players in Naxgan 50, what is 50's world-based youngsters, and the 5 we have taken have Mikey Moore, Bergville, Archie Yang, and Lucas. Yeah, that's true. Terry writes, they keep Sonny for 1 more year. He's been a great super sub. He has. I think, look, I love Sonny. I don't think he's captain material, to be fair. I think there's better players that would be more captain material than Sonny would. Has he lost his pace? Yes. He has lost a bit of pace. Of course he has. Is he the player he was before? No, he's not. He's old. He's 32 now. And I do feel that he is, as he's getting older, he's losing his pace, and maybe it's time that he changes his position a little bit. Or as Terry Ray, he's become great as more of a super sub. Bring him on for the last half hour. Bring him on for the last 45 minutes or whatever. He has made changes this year. So, look, I think whatever happens, Sonny's a legend. And Sonny will always be a legend of the club. And I think he should be given the opportunity to do what he wants to do. I think this is not down to the club. I think this is down to what Sonny wants to do. If Sonny wants to stay another year, then let him stay another year. If he wants to move to Bayern Munich, let him move. Do what he wants to do. Basuma, please just go. Just fucking go. Just take your balloons and all your partying and go. That's all I'm going to say in that. Lightly leave. I want it. Should leave. Enough said about him. Latest rumours, we've got Lucas Chevalier from Nice, goalkeeper, around 30 million euro, 52% chance of that deal happening. We've got Antonio Cinemio from Bournemouth, a right winger, 35 million. That's a 70% chance of happening. This is transfer market, by the way, of their rumours and their percentage of happening. And the other one, which I was still shocked over, it was Harry Kane. Striker, 90 million. As I said, a 55% chance of it happening. As I said, there's a market against that. FC Bayern Munich still owes Spurs over 30 million euro from the Kane deal. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below. Let me know if any of them players would you take, wouldn't you take? And let me know, what do you think? If Harry Kane wins silverware this season, do you think he might be tempted to return to Tottenham? Who knows? Who does know? But guys, that is it for me. Big up to the assemble. It says evening, everyone. Evening, as I just about finished. What I will do, guys, is play. I'm not finished just yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play the channel, our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access. Your best internet, your best VPN around. We'll let Colin tell you all about that. And then after that, I'll tell you what's coming up on the channel over the next few days and what we got coming up. But here's Colin. Just give us a few minutes. It's only 1 minute, 30 seconds. So let Colin talk to you and let's see what you think. All right, take it away.
Let me talk to you. A little reference there. But I'm going to stop messing about. I'm going to talk to you about private internet access, the best VPN in the land. Now, when you're online, you may not realize, but all of your data is there for the taking by anybody. With a VPN such as private internet access, your data is safe and secure, streamlined, and nobody else can get hold of it. That's why I use one anyway. VPN's very easy to use. Private internet access, all you got to do is log on your phone, select where you want to be. So I want to be in America, and I click go, and there we are. You can also link up your devices to it from your phone if that is easier for you. It's available on a lot of platforms as well. As you can see, and you can use it for a very, very big range of things. So that's even better as well. You can use it, like I said, on all your devices, smartphone, tablets, gaming consoles, and stick it on your modem. And it's unlimited devices. One equals all. It's available all across the world, and it works perfectly. What they do is they mask your IP address, so pesky 3 o'clock kickoffs aren't an issue anymore, and they're independently audited, so there's no logs, 30 million customers, and 4.5-star Trustpilot rated excellent review. Private internet access. Get yours now.
There you go. Very easy, very simple. Hit the link below in the channel, and it is a good deal. It is €45 plus VAT, and you get a great deal. I've got it. It is well worth it, believe me. I know Column's got it as well. It's well worth it. It's one of the best VPNs around, and we're very grateful for them to sponsor our little channel. We're not as big as everyone. We're not as big as We Are Tottenham TV or the Irish Hotspur channels like that. So we're very grateful that private internet access have looked at us as, do you know what? They're the fit for us. So I'm very grateful for that. So thank you so much indeed. Private internet access. What we got coming up this week? You're shouting at me because you've been off so much, Dermo. We have missed you talking Tottenham. What have you got coming up? Right, I have got coming up. Just ready news shows. Tomorrow's just going to be me ranting about. We're going to go over tomorrow's show is going to be about the rest of the season and the fixtures and where we're looking at. I think we won't be on Thursday. I think Friday we'll probably do something. I think going to get one of the lads come on and give me a hand. Do a bit of a debate. And we'll take it from there. Then, of course, the weekend we do have FA Cup games. Now, normally we will do them over on Big Up, but because of, I feel that this channel has been neglected a little bit over the last over this international break. We will cover one of them on this channel over the weekend. So we will pick a game and we will do a watch along to it. Though Tottenham not in the FA Cup, which is really sad, we will cover it. We have to pick a team to follow now. Who we think might win the FA Cup. And then we're all gearing up for the Chelsea game. There will be a Chelsea pre-match show next Wednesday. Of course, Thursday, you got your match day stuff. You got your watch long and final score. You got your predicted lineups. You got the Ange Postecoglou conferences as well next week as well, which will be coming out on the channel. For your members as well, some of that will be members only. Now, as from next week, I'm going to do the predicted lineup as a live member show. So, guys, you members will be getting your very own live show next week with the predicted lineup. So that should be a bit of fun. Also, we might do it as well with Ange, which Ange Talks Spurs as well. We may do that as a members only show as well, live as well. So, look, we're trying new ways of keeping you guys happy. But whatever you do, please enjoy yourself. Please look after yourselves. And please hit the like button and the subscription button. We're only a small channel. We're looking to grow. We're looking to do the best content we can. So if you can do that, I would be extremely grateful. Do also like on the QR code for Matchday Magic over on Big Up. Also, please do look on the Play Pouch, Full-Time Sports Network, our YouTube partner channel as well. And whatever you do, I'll be back tomorrow at 8. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Come on, you Spurs. In the kids we trust. I need to set an outro. There you go. I didn't even have an outro set up on that bombshell. See you tomorrow. Come on, you Spurs.
From the lanes of far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride with our passion burning